Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
And good morning, everyone. Thanks for choosing News 9 this morning. And as you're waking up, boy, that rain is coming on down, making its way even into the metro. Lacey's tracking it all in just a moment.
We've been waiting for it, but we even had some last night, some strong storms that moved through last night. We want to show you some of those photos in Visay and Dewey County. As you can see there, not what you want to see, though. This 2x4 there right through a window. Strong winds causing serious damage to homes and fences. Oh, you just hate to see it, Lacey, but we do need that cold front for sure.
Yeah, the rain is definitely coming with a price yesterday. This morning, nothing is severe. Ian sent those pictures to us, guys. And yeah, I don't even know that his home is livable now there in the Visay area where winds were measured at 99 miles per hour. That was a big time storm that came crashing through yesterday. Now it's more of a tranquil rain that you're going to experience as you head out. That is the live look in Guthrie. You can see the rain coming down. Roads are damp. There is some ponding in the Guthrie area, in the Edmond area, back up to Stillwater, over to Kingfisher, over to Tologa. In Oklahoma City, the downtown area, we've been dry overnight. The rain that's approaching OKC is coming into Canadian County now. And we've had a few isolated downpours over to the east that have popped up, but you can see they're much more isolated in nature. The heavy rain is basically right along the Oklahoma-Logan County line, back over to the Turner Turnpike to Stroud, filling in every now and again a few strikes of lightning, and that's drifting eastward. The rain that's going to move into Oklahoma City is going to be back here from Weatherford to Hinton to Geary. Should arrive in OKC between 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning, maybe just a little later than that if that leading edge continues to erode away. It is raining heavily from Ponca to Lamont to Medford to Ringwood, all the way back to Thomas and Putnam and Morewood, kind of right along I-40, all the way back to the Texas Panhandle, and this extends way back into the Oklahoma Panhandle as well, drifting to the east, kind of east-southeast at about 25 miles per hour. So dry in downtown, roads are good, but temps are dropping. We're down to 71 now, and as that rain moves in, temperatures will fall from the 70s to those lower 60s. We'll talk about the forecast for the rest of the day today. It is much more like late October. How long does that fall feel stick around? It's coming up.
Well, we are following breaking news this morning. A homicide investigation underway in southwest Oklahoma City. Our Kylie Dedman is live there now. She's on Southwest 17th Street. This is near Southwest 20th in Portland. Good morning, Kylie.
Hey, good morning. Yes, and it's still an active scene, but police are slowly starting to clear out. Now, you can see behind me there is still some police cars. You can see the crime scene tape up, and you can also see some investigators talking to officers. I believe that is the crime scene unit that might have just put up. I'll try to verify that here in just a little bit. But yes, still an active scene here off of Southwest 17th Street near Southwest 20th and South Portland Avenue. Now, this all happened around 2:30 for a report of a domestic call. Take a listen to what Officer Lambeth told me whenever officers here arrived on scene.
When officers arrived, they located one individual that had what was consistent with stab wounds on the front porch. That victim was transported to the hospital where they were later pronounced deceased to their injuries. And there is one person of interest in custody at this time.
Now, we know that that victim is a male. The person in custody did originally flee the scene, but then later did come back and was taken into custody. Officer Lambeth tells me that they do not believe that there is any threat to the public at this time. We will, of course, continue to bring you new and updated information as we receive it. Reporting live in Southwest Oklahoma City, Kylie Dedman, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Kylie, thanks so much. More breaking news from overnight. While you were sleeping, a dozen apartments destroyed in the metro by a fire. This was at the apartment complex near Northwest 28th and May. Several people now without a home. Right before midnight, Oklahoma City Fire Department says they got the call. Multiple people called in, alerting them to the flames coming from the apartment complex. The good news, no one was hurt, but fire officials say this is extensive damage.
I don't have a number of the people, but all the apartments are going to be untenable. This time we're looking at approximately $350,000 damage.
There's some hot spots this morning that they're tending to. We do know 2 dogs were rescued. Investigators say they are now looking into the cause of that apartment fire.
Well, a Norman mother is charged with second-degree murder after her toddler was shot and killed. 25-year-old Sarah Grigsby was arrested just last week. In July, investigators say one of her children got a hold of her gun and then shot their one-year-old sibling. Tyler Miller with Wilshire Guns says safety begins with responsibility.
As a gun owner, that is your responsibility to ensure that that firearm is maintained safely, utilized safely, and that you keep it away from folks who don't understand and don't know how to use it.
Grigsby told officers she usually keeps her gun in a safe. A court date for Grigsby has not yet been set.
Well, the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office still looking for answers this morning. A man was found dead on the east side of the metro in the roadway a week ago Saturday. Deputies say Jimmy Fansler, seen here, was found unresponsive near Hara Road and Memorial a week ago Saturday. We are told he often panhandled right at that intersection. If you were there, you know anything about what happened, please call the Sheriff's Office, 713-1029. A man accused of a deadly road rage shooting in Norman is expected in court today. Mark Kotka is accused of killing Christian Gorola after an altercation between the two along Main Street in Norman. This happened back in 2023. Now, Kotka's attorney claims self-defense, but police say Kotka was the aggressor.
All right, 6:07 on your Monday morning, time to check the roadways. Here is a look at some of the roads right here in the metro. Our news tracker, Joey Mitchell, traveling northbound on I-44 for us this morning. As you can see, there are some sprinkles on his windshield there. And as some of the roads across the metro, a little wet as the really up in the Edmond, Guthrie area, according to Lacey, and we're expecting that the rush hour will be wet as well. So you'll just want to give yourself a little extra time as you head out this morning. Buckle up and be safe.
Well, an Oklahoma woman nearly lost $100,000. She says criminals intercepted her emails as she was closing on a new home.
Unfortunately, her title agent was able to call the bank and get her money back. But as News 9's Sam Carrico reports, most victims are not that lucky.
The overseas criminals emailed the woman pretending to be the title company and gave her instructions for wiring her down payment. But something fell off. That's when she called her title agent.
I called the bank that she wired the money to and put a freeze on that account so the bad guy could not take her money. Thankfully, it worked and she got her funds back.
Kurt Hendricks with Allegiance Title and Escrow says that outcome is rare because most victims never see that money again. Scammers often hack into an email chain, create a fake email address that looks real, then send urgent instructions to send them money.
And what they'll typically do is go to the path of least resistance, meaning the individual that has the least secure email. Once they get into that chain, they have the entire chain.
It's important to always call and verify before you wire any money. Only use a phone number you know to be real, not one that comes in an email address or text message. Scrutinize email addresses because often criminals change one or two letters. Also verify signature lines because it may not match the email address. And be skeptical of anything with an urgent deadline because scammers create fake deadlines to get you to act fast.
My emphasis would be, as a consumer, before you wire money, look for any of those signs we talked about, and before you wire money, verify everything.
That was our Sam Carrico reporting. He says to be skeptical of any email, text, or social media message that wants you to click on a link or scan a code or even call a number.
Sometimes they look so real, it can catch you off guard.
They just keep getting more sophisticated.
They do, yeah. Got to be so careful out there. All right, we've got our eye on the weather from the Bob Mills Weather Center. We got that rain moving through the metro. Lacey, good morning.
Good morning, guys. It's moving through the North Metro, the West Metro. This will sweep across over the next several hours. We'll have rain in the forecast off and on all day today. Let me show you next gen live of where it's raining heavily, especially up near Guthrie, Edmond, back to Geary, up to the north. Dry in Oklahoma City right now, but temperatures will drop into the 60s when the rain begins. We will stay there all day, so close to record cool temperatures. The latest rain timeline and how long it feels like fall coming up.
Also coming up, President Trump will welcome the South Korean president into the White House today. Plus, a Bluebell ice cream recall that has some concerns. Your top national stories next.
And Oklahoma schools still short more than 1,000 teachers. Critics believe the superintendent's new America First test could make the teacher shortage even worse. It's ahead.
All right. right, 6:13 here on your Monday morning, and rain north of the metro in the north sides.
Yeah.
So the kiddos might need the umbrellas, maybe some rain boots as they head out.
A little different at the bus stop this morning for those kiddos, right?
Last week was so hot. The first week of school was so stinking hot. Over the weekend, it's all about just the heat, the humidity. Now it's a completely different world. I'm telling you, it feels like we've shifted over completely into fall.
They still don't change the clothes, do they?
No.
It's the hoodie, the shorts, and the Crocs.
If you have influence on the little ones, do what you can, you know. But for the kiddos headed to the bus stop, we are tracking rain, very heavy rain, a little lightning going on up to the north. In Oklahoma City, we're dry right now, but rain is creeping in from the west. And we've had a few showers. There are some wet roads across Oklahoma City, but not everywhere. Rain chances bump up in the next hour. Midday, we'll still likely see showers around. We'll see how that impacts recess, outdoor recess. And then by 3 o'clock, rain chances still in the likely category coming home from school. It looks like a wet one on your Monday. Currently raining pretty heavily on our Lucky Star Skycam network up into Guthrie. Good morning, Logan County. It's been raining since about 4:30 this morning, and it has picked up in intensity at times. We had big time severe storms yesterday. We've been talking about that. A 99-mile-an-hour wind gust in Camargo knocked out power to thousands of customers, some of those still in the dark this morning. Nothing severe right now. We've had some showers. The rain has been falling from Kingfisher to Fairview, especially from Winoka to Woodward to Vicide down to Leedy. These areas have picked up 2 to 4 inches of rain. And then just this morning from Kingfisher along 33 to Guthrie, back over to Cushing and Agra, bullseyes of 1/2 of an inch to an inch. And we picked up a few 1/10 of an inch of rain in Edmond. We've had an additional power outages in Logan County, likely due to lightning this morning. 100 customers there without power, 700 still over in Dewey County. So there's where the rain is currently. More downpours to the east. Now we're dry in Oklahoma County. This is just skirting right along the northern edge of the Oklahoma County border, but showers creeping in from the west. This is what will eventually slip on into Oklahoma City, but it's still about an hour away. So that leading edge has eroded away. Those rain chances will bump back up as we head into the 7 o'clock hour. So right now looking good on the roads in OKC. It's heavy rain when you get farther to the north, and this extends up into Kansas, all across our northern counties, hugging I-40. You get south of Cordell, you haven't had rain this morning. You get back over to Sayre, Dempsey, Cheyenne, it goes to the north, but down to the south, dry. This will start to get more of a southeasterly shove through mid-morning, and this extends all the way back to Kansas, as in just going to scoot across the state this morning. So rain chances likely in OKC through mid-morning. Still spotty chances down to the south. Temps are in the 70s in and around Oklahoma City, sitting at 71 with cloudy skies currently, but that'll change when the rain moves in. In fact, where it's raining, we are in the lower and mid 60s, low 60s all across the northwest. Where you haven't had rain, it's easy to pick out. You're in the upper 60s and low 70s. Now winds are picking up out of the northeast. We're getting some gusts to 20 miles per hour, makes that rain blow around a little bit, and we'll have 20-mile-an-hour winds off and on this afternoon as well. And once the rain moves through, our temperatures may fluctuate a few degrees, but we're going to stay in the 60s the way it looks into your afternoon. 65. This will be a snapshot at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. 65 in Enid, 66 in Enid, 68 in Tulsa. Still some 70s and 80s into southern Oklahoma today, but even by tonight, we're all dealing with fall-like conditions, and still, even in the 80s, you're much cooler than where we've been. This afternoon, still some light to moderate rain in waves. It won't rain all afternoon, but showers come through, they end, and the cooler air just keeps spilling on in. When I say cooler air, it's flat cold in North Dakota. It dipped down to 39 in the last hour, now up to 41 in Bismarck, 52 in Omaha. That is chilly. We'll have 40s tomorrow morning on this map across the Midwest. For the metro and for Oklahoma, rain chances. That's what we're talking about. So here's future next gen through mid-morning. Here's lunchtime today. Some showers around, and it's soggy into the afternoon. Really starts to dry it out for a while this evening and for many hours tonight. Then tomorrow morning, more rain develops. That moves by. We'll have a 30 to a 40% chance of Tuesday afternoon rain. Not a washout tomorrow, but the clouds keep our temps down. Tomorrow morning, low 60s out the door, 10 degrees cooler than this morning. Rain chances at 100% for your Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday afternoon, 60s and low 70s. When you add up the rain chances that we have off and on this week, many areas pick up 1 inch to 2 inches. Some bullseyes will have 3 to 4 to 5 inches. And guys, no 90s on that 9-day. We're in the 70s all the way through Labor Day. Back to you.
Lacey, thank you. Well, today President Trump will be hosting South Korea's president in D.C. for their first summit. Trade will be a focus after the U.S. agreed to 15% tariffs on South Korean goods, along with an investment package. This trade deal was reached last month after the U.S. threatened 25% tariffs. President Trump has indicated more South Korean investments could be announced.
Blue Bell is recalling some of its batches of ice cream due to mistaken packaging that contains nuts on certain products. The FDA says the Millennium Crunch ice cream labeled lids were packaged in chocolate chip cookie dough cartons. So it could cause severe life-threatening reactions for people that do have nut allergies.
Well, today is the day for Americans to test their luck for a shot at winning Powerball's 10th largest jackpot in the game's history. An estimated $750 million up for grabs, with a cash value of more than $336 million. That is a life changer there.
All right, time now to take a look at traffic across the metro this morning. Don't forget that rain is moving through. Our news trackers are out and about this morning. Stephen Owsley is on I-240 eastbound this morning, and Joey Mitchell on the right side of your screen is in downtown Oklahoma City. Joey is actually heading out to the west side of the metro, I-40 and North Mustang Road. Hearing there is some type of accident out there. Again, the rain is moving into the metro. It could affect the drive time as we get through the drive time this morning. Keep it here for any updates.
How good do you feel like they could be this year?
I feel they're going to be really good.
Oh, yeah, coming up only on 9, an exclusive interview with former OU head coach and Hall of Famer Bob Stoops, how he thinks the Sooners will do this season. It's right after the break.
Plus an update on the scene underway, this homicide investigation in southwest Oklahoma City. What we know from investigators so far, it's ahead. Well, we are live at the scene of a homicide investigation underway in southwest Oklahoma City. You're looking live here at Southwest 20th in Portland. Police telling us it started as a domestic call around 2:30 this morning. When officers arrived, they found a man with stab wounds there on the front porch. He was transported to the hospital where he passed away. Police say they have one person of interest in custody. We'll be checking in with our Kylie Dedman coming up at 6:45.
All right, college football gets started this weekend, and our Toby Rowland sits down exclusively with the Hall of Famer, Bob Stoops.
When asked about what he thinks of OU's team this year, here's what Stoops had to say.
I feel they're going to be really good. I really do. I think Ben Arbuckle and John Mateer, the team of them, and you got to have the guys around them. No quarterback's doing it by himself. I've been so aware of that through the years. But I just believe they're really quality people and a great coach and a great quarterback that's been proven. And they're familiar with each other. I think that's going to really help. And I hope it goes that way. I really got a ton of confidence in Coach Venables with the defense. So all of it together, I'm optimistic, definitely.
Oh, yeah, you can watch the entire exclusive interview with Coach Stoops. It's right now on News9.com.
And OU will play their first game this Saturday at 5 p.m. against Illinois State. Before that, OSU will be playing 6:30 p.m. kickoff against UT Martin this Thursday. Maybe a little rain in the forecast for that football game.
Football is here. We don't care what the weather is, right, Lacey?
Oh my gosh, we're going to celebrate one way or another, but it's going to feel amazing. Hey, yesterday, Lacey Lowry and I had a chance to head up to Woodward, guys. I just want to show you some of the pictures from the event. It was the Hunting and Fishing Expo in Woodward. We made the trek up there. It was amazing. Kyle Wilson, our storm tracker, he was there as well. We had a line of people the entire time. We got to talk a little bit about how we got into the outdoors and just met so many News 9 viewers, loyal fans up all across Northwest Oklahoma. Some of the folks were from southwestern sides of the state, some of the folks up along the Oklahoma-Kansas border. So thanks to everybody that stopped by. It was so great chatting with you, seeing your pictures, and just talking all things Oklahoma. This morning, there has been rain falling, well, overnight, all through the early morning, falling now right across the Oklahoma City metro. The rain out west will approach OKC in the next hour. We'll talk about the timing of that, what to expect. Temperatures will feel like fall today, feel like hunting season. How long that sticks around, coming up.
It was devastating that somebody targeted a law enforcement officer, but what was more devastating is that he put that officer, that deputy's family at risk.
Coming up, a suspect is in jail. Investigators say he set fire to a McLean County deputy's home. How neighbors are now stepping in to help.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
6:30 on our Monday morning. Good morning, Guthrie, America. Yep, look what's greeting you this morning. We've had heavy rain from the north making its way into the metro this morning. This is a live look from our Guthrie cam, part of our Bob Mills Sky News network cameras and our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. This rain could cause some problems on the roads later this morning.
It certainly could, but with it, a little bit of positive news and all of this, that we're going to get this cold front we've been waiting for, Lacey.
Oh, it's bringing in the cooler temps for sure. Where it's raining, guys, we're in the low 60s. We're still at 71 currently at Will Rogers World Airport, and downtown is completely dry. That is going to change as this all moves in, and those temperatures across Oklahoma City will fall from the 70s into the lower and mid 60s. The rain extends now over to Tulsa, down the Turner Turnpike, hugging Oklahoma, Logan County border, back to El Reno, and then all across western and northwestern Oklahoma. Just kind of a wall of water that's moving on through. Still a few strikes of lightning up and around the Guthrie area and also near Kearney, Agra, back up to Stroud. We've had a couple of isolated showers near Seminole, Cromwell, Welty, Bristow. Pretty dry across OKC. The rain's moving into El Reno. You can see it kind of moving down to the southeast. This whole thing's moving to the east at about 25 miles per hour. So hitting the roadways right now in Oklahoma City, it's good to go. We're dry and it is heavy. The further north that you get, all the way up to Ponca, back to Billings, Enid, Fairview. Some of these areas have picked up 3 to 4 inches of rain. I'll show you those rainfall totals in full weather. It's really combined with those big storms yesterday. Back to Sealing, Putnam, Clinton, all the way back into western Oklahoma. Again, nothing severe this morning. The rain goes back to our panhandle, and all of this is going to scoot across the state today. I put the time of arrival in Oklahoma City from the rain near El Reno. It's about 27 miles away. It arrives about 7:30 here in OKC, and then a snapshot of 3 o'clock this afternoon. Yeah, 60s, no 90s, no triple digits. It's a wild temperature swing, completely shifting seasons for at least a little while. How long this fall feel sticks around, coming up.
Well, donations are pouring in right now for a McLean County deputy and his family.
Yeah, police say their home and cars were set on fire intentionally early Saturday morning while they were sleeping. News 9's Elizabeth Fitz shares the outpouring of support for the deputy's family.
28-year-old Austin Reeves is accused of burglarizing cars and property belonging to multiple law enforcement officers this week. Reeves was booked into the Grady County Jail Friday, but the Chickasaw Nation Prosecutor's Office declined to press charges, so he was released later that day. According to a federal complaint, hours later, security cameras at Washington Public Schools captured Reeves using a large gas can to ignite a McLean County Sheriff deputy's vehicles on fire. In a coordinated effort, a SWAT team arrested Reeves Saturday at a home in Norman.
It was devastating that somebody targeted a law enforcement officer, but what was more devastating is that he put that officer, that deputy's family at risk.
Not Again Bar and Grill in Purcell says it is working with Four Kings LEMC, the Valley chapter, to raise money for the deputy's family. What do they need?
Everything. They need all household items. It was a total loss. They lost all of their vehicles. They lost everything in their home. And so they need everything from basic necessities, houseware, furniture.
Owner Bridget Smith says making a donation through Four Kings Valley chapter will allow the family to receive 100% of the profits.
That's been very heartwarming. You've seen how much the community has reached out, and even the brotherhood of law enforcement.
Elizabeth Fitz, Oklahoma's own News 9.
And we do want to mention, if you'd like to help out the family, you can find a way to donate on our website, news9.com. It's under the story. Right now, it's 6:34, and we're taking a live look at our ODOT cameras. This is out on the west side of the metro. This is I-40 westbound right near South Mustang Road. Look at the upper left-hand side of your screen. Yep, you can see that it does look like a heavy police presence. We're hearing there's a crash, minor crash, so that's the good news. Traffic is moving, but you will notice that westbound I-40 out in the Mustang area this morning. An update on traffic coming up in 10 minutes.
Well, some Oklahoma lawmakers say they're concerned about State Superintendent Ryan Walters' new America First test. Walters says he wants to use the test on teachers coming from blue states to stop any political indoctrination. Well, some lawmakers say the test is unconstitutional and believe it will make Oklahoma's teacher shortage even worse.
We're talking about academics. We should all be able to agree when you're in the classroom, we don't want a left-wing political ideology.
Why on earth would we change something that doesn't bring positive benefits to our state and to our workforce?
Now, the full test has not yet been released, but our exclusive interview with Superintendent Walters is on news9.com.
Taking a live look at our nation's capital this morning, where ongoing debate about health care is igniting some concerns for Oklahomans who live in the rural areas. State lawmakers say a new program could become the model for creating new solutions. Right now, the Rural Scholarship Program encourages doctors to work in areas without access to a physician, but the state is looking to expand that program. Republican Representative Danny Williams is running an interim study about issues facing rural health care, like keeping nurses.
We've got to tune our systems up to where they're more effective, more efficient, and they keep healthcare workers in the rural area. And that's one of the reasons why that I'm doing the studies that I'm doing.
In Oklahoma, rural communities have an average of 4 physicians for every 10,000 people.
Well, Oklahoma County Commissioner Jason Lowe will host his first town hall meeting since being elected in April. That meeting is set for tomorrow inside the Greater Mount Olive Baptist Church at 6 p.m. Items on the agenda include the new county jail, affordable housing initiatives, and property tax freezing for qualifying residents.
6:36, the big story as you're waking up is the weather. We got some heavy rain coming down.
Rain on the north sides of the metro, and it'll just be moving throughout the morning here. Let's head over to Lacey in the Bob Mills Weather Center for the very latest. Lacey?
Good morning. We're tracking it to the north. We're tracking it to the west. It approaches Oklahoma City. The showers moving in from El Reno in about the next hour. So before you go forecast, we're in the 70s. We're going to fall to the 60s. Look at your temperature at 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, mid-60s, 20 degrees below average, close to record cool temperatures. The latest on the rain timeline, and there are no 90s on your 9-day. But how long does the fall feel hang around? All the way into Labor Day. It's coming up.
Also ahead, a deadly weekend on the roads with at least 8 fatal crashes, most of them involving children. We'll tell you how one school is responding this morning to the loss of one of its own.
Also, an update on a scene, a murder investigation. What we know from police, one person has died. Who's been taken into custody? A live report next.
All right, 6:41 on your Monday morning. Boy, there were storms last night, rain this morning. We've been talking about it for a while, this long-awaited cold front.
Ready or not, here it is, right?
A lot of folks waking up on this Monday to low 60s because the cooler air is here. It's been raining all night in northwest Oklahoma. Now, take you back to yesterday afternoon. We had big-time storms. This is a wild report, and we were tracking this live for you as this thunderstorm was crashing in from Kansas. It was producing 40, 50-mile-an-hour winds. Okay, low and severe, and then all of a sudden unleashed its fury. And this is what summertime storms can do, produce a 99-mile-per-hour wind gust in Camargo. Did some pretty extensive damage in and around Dewey County near Vicey through Camargo. Multiple power poles down. Unfortunately, Ian, he sustained quite a bit of substantial damage to his home due to those strong winds. Look at the insulation on the bed, the wall pulled away from the floor there. And that's all the awning, the front porch, it looked like completely destroyed. Still 700 customers in the dark this morning in Dewey County, 300 in Woodward County, 100 now in Logan County, and that's likely due to the lightning that has been moving through this morning, rolling through the Guthrie area. Look at the rain that's been moving through this morning. It now extends over into the Tulsa metro, all the way back into the Texas Panhandle. With the thunderstorms yesterday crashing from north to south, combined with overnight rain, there's a swath from Winoka to Alva to Woodward, Vicey down to Butler of 2 to 4 inches of rain. Meanwhile, from Dover to Kingfisher to Guthrie, you picked up over an inch of rain. The showers are approaching Highway 81 now, and that's going to fill in across Oklahoma City. When you add up the rain we're expecting over the next several days, because we have day in and day out chances, not a complete washout. We'll have several dry periods. We easily pick up 1 to 2 inches from Oklahoma City to Stillwater to Ponca City. Some areas will pick up more, and there will be some bullseyes of 4, 6, maybe 7 inches of rain by the time it's all said and done over the next week, because the rain does not just completely move on out. It's letting up in intensity in Guthrie. It's been raining heavily this morning in Guthrie. Cloudy here in OKC, but we are dry in downtown. It's 71 currently. It's about to change. It's our warmest temperature. We'll see the rest of the day. It's happening now. Rain from Ponca all the way back to Roll, Dempsey, Sayre. Couple showers going up near Sparks, Prague, Seminole, Cromwell, but you can see kind of that southern edge over Edmond, back to Kearney, Stroud, still some lightning in Lincoln County. And if you're traveling on I-35, you'll get in that rain right at Waterloo, and you're going to drive in it all the way to Kansas, depending on where you're headed, because it goes all the way up to Newkirk, Ponca City, Enid, back to Tologa, Sealing, Clinton, Elk City, all the way back into the Texas Panhandle. Great rains and still a pretty intense thunderstorm out near Beaver. I put a time of arrival here for El Reno's rain, because that's what's headed and drifting to the south, arriving in downtown about 7:30. So during rush hour, if you can leave a little early, we're dry. And then this afternoon coming home, a snapshot of about 3 o'clock, mid-60s. It's wild. That's cooler than what our lows have been over the last couple of weeks. And those will be your afternoon temperatures. It will feel cool. Rain chances this morning, highest basically along I-40, down to the south, not as likely. And look how these temperatures are changing. If you've been watching all morning, that cooler air is just spilling in with the rain. So now to the low 60s in the northwest metro versus the 70s to the south. Winds are out of the northeast. They're at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. And your hour by hour forecast will fall to the upper 60s, the lower mid 60s, and we'll just pump the brakes and stay there most of your afternoon, with rain chances staying likely until late afternoon. Then it tapers off this evening. So calling it a 100% chance of rain afternoon, evening, light rain, might pick up in intensity at times. Not expecting severe weather today. Just good old-fashioned showers, helping with the farm ponds, helping with your lawn. It's amazing. Here's 3 o'clock as the kiddos are coming home from school. Likely still tracking rain around, but then it dwindles down for a while. This evening, we'll have several dry hours before more rain fires back up tomorrow morning. That moves out, more kind of isolated showers into your Tuesday afternoon. Let's talk temps. Tomorrow morning, we're not breaking records, but we will be in the low 60s. Tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning, we will see rain chances likely for your Tuesday morning again, and then highs in the mid 60s and low 70s. Now, this is close to record cool highs. And those that see rain more steadily, your temperatures will be the coolest. A 20 to a 40% chance of rain tomorrow. And here's your 9-day. We keep rain chances in the forecast Wednesday, but they do come down some. So temperatures warm up into the upper 70s. 80s on Thursday. 72 on Friday, mid 70s into the weekend, guys. Labor Day, 79 degrees for a high. And that's all we can do for now. Back to you.
Lacey, thank you. We are following this breaking news this morning in southwest Oklahoma City. A homicide investigation underway. Our Kylie Dedman is live there near Southwest 17th Street. Kylie?
Having a hard time hearing.
Police have told me.
Okay, go ahead, Kylie.
You can see the scene here. Yes. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, we got you.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so I have seen about 3 different school buses come by, and I just want to say that police told me, Officer Lambeth told me that they do not believe that there is any threat to the public at this time. So if you're getting ready to take your kiddos to school, or if they're getting ready to go to that bus stop here off of Southwest 17th Street near Southwest 20th and South Portland Avenue, please tell me that there is no threat to the public at this time. So that's good news as they are getting ready to go to school this morning. Now, I see here crime scene unit is on scene. I've seen that they've been taking pictures. They've been talking to investigators, so they are out here. Now, the scene is starting to clear a little bit, so here's what it looked like earlier this morning. Now, Officer Lambeth told me that this all happened around 2:30 this morning for a report of a domestic call. Take a listen to what she had to say whenever officers then arrived on scene.
When officers arrived, they located one individual that had what was consistent with stab wounds on the front porch. That victim was transported to the hospital where they were later pronounced deceased to their injuries. And there is one person of interest in custody at this time.
So we do know that the person that was transported to the hospital, that died at the hospital, is a male. We are working to still learn his identity. We are also working to learn the identity of the person in custody. Now, the person that is in custody, that person originally fled the scene, but then came back and is now in custody. But again, I just want to say, Officer Lambeth told me that there is no threat to the public at this time. So again, for any kiddos going to school or if you're going to work this morning, there is no threat to the public here off of Southwest 17th near Southwest 20th and South Portland Avenue. Reporting live in Southwest Oklahoma City, Kylie Dudman, Oklahoma's own News 9.
All right, Kylie, thanks for the update there. We should mention it was a dangerous and deadly weekend on roads with at least 8 deadly crashes from just Saturday to Sunday.
Now, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol says the deaths include 3 teenagers, a 2-year-old and a 12-year-old, all killed in separate crashes. Now, Devereux Public Schools in Kingfisher County is asking for prayers for the 12-year-old student. OHP says the child died Saturday in a UTV crash involving 3 other kids on private property. And in a statement, the school district says counselors will be available today to talk with students and staff.
And down in Norman, troopers say an 18-year-old died after losing control of his motorcycle at I-40 and I-35. Authorities say he was with a group of motorcycle riders and they were all traveling at a high rate of speed. No name has been released.
Up in Ponca City now, police are investigating a deadly triple shooting. Police say a call about gunshots in the area came in around 2 a.m. Officers then discovered 3 people shot inside a home there. We're told 1 person passed away. 2 others are in recovery. We're working to learn more information this morning.
And Oklahoma City police are investigating 2 murders from over the weekend. The first happened in northwest Oklahoma City Saturday night. Police say they found 1 person dead and another was taken to the hospital.
1 victim was transported to the hospital injured in critical condition, and the other individual was still located here where they were found deceased.
No names have been released. Police say they do not have a suspect in custody. Police also tell News 9 they are investigating a deadly shooting in northeast Oklahoma City. 1 person was shot and killed Saturday afternoon here near Northeast 20th and Lottie. Officers say they took 3 people of interest into custody, but at this point, they have not said if any official arrests have been made.
Time now 6:50 and checking the roadways as we take a live look from the ODOT camera on the west side of the metro. This is looking westbound I-40 near South Mustang Road. You can see it right there at the top of your screen. Those lights are from the first responders. This is involving a minor crash. Traffic is still moving in that area. We're keeping an eye on the roadways as rain is just kind of moving into the metro. So you'll want to give yourself just a little bit of extra time if you're heading out this morning. And coming up on the Coca-Cola porch, Oklahoma City Beautiful hosting zero waste classes tonight. We'll show you how the group is helping Oklahomans cut back on waste at 9. We're going to take you back out live to this scene in southwest Oklahoma City where a homicide investigation is underway. This is near Southwest 20th and Portland on 17th Street. Police tell us it all began with a domestic call around 2:30 this morning. When officers showed up to that home there, they found a man stabbed on the front porch. You see our photojournalist Lex Stanfield there with our Kylie Dedman. They've been there all morning following this one. We do know that 1 person was transported. That man was transported to the hospital and passed away. Police say there is no threat to the public. They have 1 person of interest in custody at this time.
All right, check it out. In Lithuania, they've gone to the dogs. Yep, corgi races. And look at them in their costumes over the weekend. It was a huge contest. Hundreds of spectators gathered to cheer on the furry competitors, demonstrating their speed and style.
They're fast.
Corgi Air, ready to go. Mr. Airline there. There was a Batman Corgi as well. There's Batman. Donkey from Shrek. Corgi Air that we just showed you. So much fun. They have a good time doing that, and they love dressing up the dogs.
And the dogs seem to participate.
They like it too.
Mine wants nothing to do with it.
All right, hey, if you are just joining us this morning, the big story, we got rain moving through. It could impact the morning drive in the metro.
Yeah, little muddy paws this morning for sure. We're tracking rain to the north, back to the west, and it is approaching the Oklahoma City area now. Kind of a wall of water. It's light to moderate pockets of heavy rain. Look at it coming in to the west sides, northwest sides of Oklahoma City, approaching approaching Yukon, Piedmont, back up to Four Corners, raining pretty heavily in Guthrie. Putting a storm track on the leading edge brings it into Jones by 7:29. Mustang here in about 30 minutes. Downtown Oklahoma City in about 30 minutes. It'll be raining, and it's going to rain for several hours today, dropping temps only into the 60s this afternoon and staying in the 70s, low 80s this week, all the way through Labor Day, guys. We have rain chances here and there. Not a washout for Labor Day weekend, but man, below average.
People's trying to pull out those pumpkin spice time.
Hey, watch those school zones again this morning as well. And we'll be back after 7.